Aloha. Today's tech video is going to be about a very simple concept that defines how advanced a civilization is. The idea is called grid system. Here's some grid paper from my A5 planner. I use that just kind of as a visual aid. A couple examples of the grid system in everyday life would be Google Maps, pilots, captains at sea, various mail carriers like FedEx, USPS, UPS. It's how people are able to locate where you live. Of course, I'm talking about degrees of latitude and longitude. The whole world is one giant grid. Basically, the Babylonians divided the circle into 360 degrees thousands of years ago. And back when there used to be a more ancient prime meridian, the Egyptians also utilized this grid system. But that's beside the point. The world's oldest board game called Go uses it, and more recently chess and checkers. American highways utilize the grid system. That's why north and south, all highways are even, and the highways running east to west are odd. Cut to the chase, I'm a typical Notion programmer, and I created a database, a home database, in which I logged every single item in my home. I use Notion for my grocery list. I use it for literally everything, for work. And basically this idea came about from a medical formulary I was programming. And I just basically took the logic used to organize medication, and I used it for cataloging everything in my home. And this is the cornerstone of my GTD system, my Get Things Done system. So I'll start off with some really basic concepts and stresses that an everyday person might have, and then I'll get into the more advanced level on why having a home database is so critical. So some simple things is electronics, right? You got maybe a sewing machine, laptop, I got a beard trimmer. I got like this electrical box that has chargers for specific things. My Baofeng radio, handheld radio, okay? So my Baofeng handheld radio is in a specific bag in the electrical box in the closet. And so anyways, I could type in closet, or I could type in electronics, I could type in radio. Everything is searchable. And it'll click, and my radio will come up, Baofeng radio, and I can click on it. And then it'll have a link to the charger, which is also in the database. Same thing with my laptop. I have two different chargers, one in the living room, one in the bedroom. I can click on laptop, and everything's connected to its charger. Everything in the physical world is connected into the digital world, and everything in the digital world connects everything in the physical world. I guess they call this the Internet of Things. That's really what we're dealing with here. Another advantage, we know things are getting simpler and easier. For instance, a lot of things you buy on Amazon.com only have like a card, maybe with one little QR code. There's a lot less paper with packages, a lot less paper because of QR. And you could just scan a QR code and the manual will come up. If you could find that manual. For me, it is easy. I have all my manuals in one little pencil pouch for everything. But since I did do this database, and since the world is becoming that convenient, I just scanned the QR code, grabbed the link, and put it in the database. So I could type in electronic, and every electronic I own shows up. Another thing is I program NFC tags, near field communication. That may be over some of you guys' head, but it's really simple. I've got to the point where I can't keep track of where all the NFC tags are. Like, I couldn't tell you off roll. I use them every day, but I couldn't create a list in my head. Like, I use the one on my beach bag, on my red bag. I use the one on my moped to connect to my headphones. Or if I have a passenger, we can both listen to the same music streaming from my cell phone. So when I'm on the treadmill, I scan it and it pulls up gangster rap, because that's what motivates me when I'm working out.
I see so many motherfuckers wanna take a piece. Coming equipped with some shit niggas just can't believe.
And I could just type in NFC tag in my database, and it shows me all the NFC tags and exactly where they are located in the home. It's kind of useful. Now, how is this a GTD though? Okay, so you don't lose track of anything in your home. The thing about this is, keep in mind, most of us can't remember cell phone numbers anymore because our cell phones do it all. It doesn't mean we're dumber. Remember, your brain is designed to have ideas, not store them. So the less information you store here, the more space you have for creativity and for really just shining and just being prosperous in life. That's the whole idea here. Since everything in the physical world has been digitalized for me, okay, since it has been digitalized for me, and since I do use my to-do list and things I got to do, I could attach physical objects to tasks that I have to do. Okay, yes, I know I'm in the tub. This is where I do my editing. So I know people are going to be like, oh, well, what happens if I buy new items and I got new stuff coming in the mail? How hard is it going to be to program? It's actually super easy once your coordinates are established. So once you go through the task of programming every item in your home, it took me 4 days. Okay, 3.5. You like that? 3.5. So once you've accomplished that, let's say I get a new pair of glasses, okay? I'm adding that to the system. The third white shelf here in the bathroom has got some hair clipper oil for buzzing my head. I type that in the database, duplicate it, okay? Because that's where I'm gonna put my glasses. Just find it. If you know where you're gonna put something, find an item where you're gonna put it. Search that in the database, duplicate it. All you have to do is change the name, replace the picture. Boom, you just added a new item. You don't have to type in, oh, it's in the kitchen, in the cabinets, in the fourth cabinet, third shelf. You don't have to do all that. Once everything's been logged, all you have to do is find an item, duplicate it. It's so simple.